Hello.
Hello and welcome to the toilet bowl. As we promised, I said that we would do the not the face. I've got no makeup on. As promised, we said we was going to do the cheese and onion rolls, and that's what we are actually doing right now. I've chopped up the potatoes and I've chopped up an onion quite finely, and a couple of cloves of garlic. If you want to bring it over, we can show you. You move out of the way, you horrible little.
I don't know if you can see. I don't know what you can see. Can you see?
We've got this is what we've got at the moment. We've got to boil them up for about 20 minutes so as we'll be able to mash them. I'm just going to check. They are done, but I would give them another couple of minutes because obviously we haven't just got to mash them, we've got to really whip them up to make them nice and light and fluffy. We have got a kilogram of cheese.
It's back here now.
And this is, we've used about this much of it, so it's about a quarter of a block. So that's about a quarter of a kilo of cheese. And
It suits me fine.
This is extra mature, so that's about a quarter of a kilo. We've been, I'm grating it down.
Thank you.
And obviously once that's done,
This is what I like when we're cooking. I get to taste stuff. We had my mum went. No,
they'll be seeing it because it's in the oven.
my mum made a honey roast ham earlier,
Shift.
and I got to taste it. Really nice. Really nice. I'm a bit annoyed at the moment, but I have my reasons. Men trouble. Right, Mum?
Men are trouble. What do you think I was thinking?
Men trouble. I don't like men. And so your kids do eat that gobble gobble that I can't say at the moment, Leanne. She said they do eat the gobble gobble.
She told me that they didn't and they ate it round mine.
And I'm glad that you're not going mad on brands now because they're not really, they're the same. I mean, okay, you look around our kitchen, you see a lot of brands, but you'll see like farm foods.
Right, when you've boiled up the potatoes and the onion and the garlic, drain it well.
This is my mum's back. There's nothing there now. She's just dancing around the kitchen. We are still here. What is my face?
Oh, marvellous.
What marvellous? Oh, the handle fell off the masher again.
So then we are going to add.
She's in the fridge now. Come in. And butter. English.
Right.
Right. Left.
We are going to add some milk.
Milch.
You can be quite generous with it.
Just don't drown it though, right?
No, you don't want to drown. We're going to add a rather generous knob of butter.
Knob?
Of butter. So probably about that much.
That is butter, not cheese.
That is butter.
Not cheese. There. Okay, well, you can't see it. Well, they've got us on the side. We have some cheese. That there. Where is it? I can't see it now on the camera. Oh yeah, that there is that there.
And an egg.
There is cheese.
And an egg.
And an egg. And then what we put in there was actually butter.
Right, you mash all that together.
Mum, you look a bit Kim Kardashian on the camera. You've got a big bum.
I want to see Kim Kardashian doing this.
I don't think she can. She's got people do that for her. This is mashy time.
Yeah, and mash it really thoroughly. Take your time, don't try and rush this because the last thing you want is lumpy mash.
Yeah, lumpy mash.
And like I say, boil them down a bit longer than you normally would for normal mashed potato because this is anything but normal mashed potato.
Ooh, it looks nice. I'm going to try some of that in a minute. I'm going to test her. Oh, she's there whipping it. I know you're there whipping it.
Yeah. And you just do this with a fork to make sure that there's no there's no lumps.
The camera's still over there. Hang on. So this is what it will look like.
No, not when it's finished, it won't.
It looks like that now.
It hasn't got the cheese in it.
It hasn't got the cheese in it, but that is what it looks like before the cheese. You usually give it to me when I've got the cheese in.
I haven't had a chance to put cheese in. Right, now we're going to put
Airy.
the cheese.
I'm going to nut.
You don't have to be pretty about it, just dump it in.
Doesn't matter if it's got my germs because everyone in this house has got my germs. And
Really beat the hell out of it.
why has it got white stuff on it?
Because it's cheesecake.
She's going to eat it. It's cheese.
I've got a great bit more down.
She's got to grate a bit more down. She said she hopes you can't hear her on camera because she's swearing a bit. Because the grater always makes her swear. I don't know why. Probably because it keeps coming off of where it's supposed to be. But yeah, it makes her swear a lot. It's nice though, that mash, you know.
So we just dump the last of the cheese in it.
And I get to try it again in a minute and I'll show you what it looks like before I eat it. This is why I'm not a skinny supermodel. I have a mum bod. That is what it will look like. Okay. It's got cheese in it, it's got onion in it, it's got garlic in it, and it's got milk, it's got butter.
Now I would boil your potatoes for about 25 minutes. I usually boil my veggies for 20 minutes religiously. These have been boiled for about 25 minutes. Cook the onion, the potato and the garlic all together. Just put it all in the pot and boil it all down. And then drain it really, really well. And then you mash and you mash and you mash and you mash and you go mental with the mashing until it is absolutely like goo. And then you chuck in a ton of cheese. The filling is actually quite easy to do.
I'm not sure if you're not me, then you put a ton of cheese in, but because I'm a little mouse, we put more cheese in than normal. How much does it say to put in on the recipe?
What recipe? I don't have a recipe.
It doesn't have a recipe.
This is...
I thought you put it from a recipe like
No.
in the future? No, in the past. I know what I'm talking about, me.
No, I made this one up myself.
So we did promise you one. We didn't do one yesterday. Did we do one yesterday? We didn't do one yesterday, did we? Yes, we did do one yesterday. Yes, we did do one yesterday.
Mash it all up together until you've got this rather weird mixture.
Hang on, I'll show you what it looks like. This is the goo. The lovely, lovely goo. Now, if you're wondering why we put potato in it, it's because if you just put cheese and onion in it, the cheese will dissolve down to nothing. The flavour will be there, but it will not be present. It'll just I know you'll end up with little flat rolls. So the mash is just to sort of give it a bit of body. Isn't it?
Yeah, the mash just gives it more oomph because you don't want a little flat roll that's mainly pastry.
No.
Where it's all collapsed in on itself. So
You want something with a bit of oomph. Oomph.
you want to be able to bite something basically.
Yeah, you just put it in your mouth. It's just pastry. You're going to be like, well, what's that? Yeah. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want something solid. She's just doing washing up. She does that as she goes. I don't believe in doing that. I have bunches today. I'm being sweet. And a lot of people commented on my picture saying that red suited me. So I'm wearing a red jumper again. And thank you for all the nice comments and likes and hearts and stuff on my picture. It was very nice. It made me feel loved. It's just me in front of my Christmas tree. But hey, it's cool. Thank you.
The trolley fell over against Stonebrook.
Oh yeah, when we went to the laundrette again today, the trolley fell over again. My mum didn't fall on it this time, but she whacked her calves on it. Calves? Yeah,
Shins.
Shins on it again, and she's got more bruises now, but not as bad as they were. Like, she didn't fall on it. So
I'm going to be spending Christmas black and blue.
you'll have a blue.
Black and blue Christmas, yeah. So yeah, I do the washing up as I go because I usually end up with quite a lot. And we're going to leave that filling to cool for a little while.
I don't believe in doing that. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it here because we've got to let that cool down.
Yeah, me doing the washing up is not exactly thrilling, is it?
No, so we'll be back.
Watching the washing up is exactly like watching Die Hard.
We will be back in about 5 minutes. Yeah, that should be cool. Okay?